died in Los Angeles at the age of 80 on January. I will now try the best I can to reenact a gunfight at the OK Corral by myself. I will try to explain this as best I can when I'm doing it, so you guys do not get confused. This fight is between the Earps and the Clanton gang that happened in Tombstone, Arizona. On October 25th, tumultuous happened. Ike and Tom McClurley came to Tombstone, and Ike came to drink, and Tom came to get supplies. And after a poker game that Ike Clanton was in, this is what happened. Oh, I'll pick up my gun. He's drunk, just so you people know. I got my gun, and I'm walking around town, and I'm gonna get busted. Later, Virgil and Morgan Earp are alerted to this, and this is what happened. Virgil walking up behind Ike. Pretend that I'm hitting myself. You're not supposed to be carrying a gun. You're not supposed to be carrying a gun around. You should know this. You're coming with me. Virgil and Morgan both drag him to jail, where he is fined $25 for carrying this weapon illegally. Later, around town, Wyatt Earp saw Tom McClurley walking around, and he came up behind him and hit him 4 or 5 times. And by the way, Tom was unarmed. Virgil then told the sheriff that the cowboys had been threatening them. The sheriff found Ike and Tom on Fremont Street near the OK Corral and searched them to make sure they had no weapons. Billy Clanton and Frank McClurley did, but were on their way out of town. See you later. From around the corner came the Earps and Doc Holliday. Sheriff Behan went over to Virgil and asked him for a chance to disarm the cowboys. Okay, we gotta disarm them. The Earp posse ignored him and kept moving forward. They then started shooting. Boom! 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 Ike began running. And Tom opened his coat to show he had no weapons. And Doc blasted him with a shotgun. Boom! His last request was for more bullets. Wyatt shot Frank McClurley. Boom! Who then shot Doc in the hip. Boom! Morgan hit Frank in the head. Boom! Oh. 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 Billy Clanton had yelled that he didn't want to fight. I don't want to fight! And the Earps approached, but Morgan shot him. Boom! Oh! As he fell to the ground, he shot Morgan and Virgil. Boom! Boom! Oh. Boom! Oh. Boom! Oh. Ah! As Morgan fell, he and Virgil each shot Billy again. Boom! 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 Oh! Billy and Frank had both been killed. And at the testimony of the court, Wyatt said, when I saw Billy and Frank draw their pistols, I drew my pistol. Billy Clanton leveled his pistol on me, but I did not aim at him. I knew that Frank had the reputation of being a good shot and dangerous man. I aimed at Frank. First two shots were fired by Billy and myself. He's shooting at me, and me, I shot at Frank. Of course, as I just said, that didn't really happen like that. Or actually it did. Wyatt did shoot Frank. Well, it could have happened that way. Pioneering timing shooting stunts. Ed McGivern proved it in the 1930s that if a person starts to draw after his opponent has started, must be twice as fast to even shoot at the same time. Frank McClurley, like all the others in the OK Corral fight, was an experienced gunman. It would have been impossible for Wyatt to be even close to fast enough to shoot him first. So what basically he's saying, Wyatt is not telling the truth. Although it was clear the Earps and Holiday had committed premeditated murder, Tombstone did not provide an exactly unbiased court. Justice Wells Spicer, Wyatt's friend, held the preliminary hearing to see if they should appear before a grand jury. Neither Morgan, Virgil, or Doc was required to testify because they were injured, although Doc's was just very minor. Wyatt was allowed to read a prepared statement and was not cross-examined. All other witnesses were unprepared and cross-examined. Disinterested witnesses, like two women who watched the battle, one from a window directly above it and one from a nearby storefront, were completely ignored. Spicer ruled that Virgil was carrying out his duty by trying to disarm the Cowboys and the brothers, and Doc, since deputized, were doing what they were supposed to do as well. But the Tombstone City Council did meet and fire Virgil. A grand jury was held in spite of Spicer's decision. The jury was composed of friends and followed Spicer's lead. Although the trial was an obvious obstruction of justice, the pro-Earp posse was still the most powerful in town. And that is my reenactment. The one... that, folks, concludes the reenactment of the Battle at the OK Corral. The one-person reenactment. Done by myself.